Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So, for today's video, I'm gonna be discussing some of my offensive prejudice to BTS, and I'm also gonna walk you through on how I even became an army, my journey on becoming an army, because I don't care about y'all, but I now believe that I think I have the most interesting story of becoming an army. So, yeah, without further ado, let's now jump into the video. Before I spill all my stupid and ignorant perception about them, I will first tell you how I even came across of them. So basically, I know BTS ever since their debut. Year 2013. I was in 7th grade that time. In my country, the influence of Korean pop or Hallyu has always been so strong. From Korean dramas, music, fashion to trends like Aegyo's, Oppa and Unni culture, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's impossible to exist without encountering any Korean culture, particularly K-pop. I started becoming really obsessed with the music and groups, to be exact, year 2012. I was in 7th grade when a friend introduced me to a K-pop group that she's madly obsessed about. But by the way, this is not BTS yet. I would like to put this out because this is the time wherein, for years of me hearing K-pop music, this is just the moment wherein I treated K-pop seriously. Because this is the time wherein I kind of signed myself up to be a fangirl, and I became really deeply and enthusiastically interested on everything K-pop. So I started to dive into different groups, know different groups, and listen to different genres of Korean music offer. So I kind of consider myself that time as a multi, because I obviously listen to different groups and follow their music, and that basically makes me a multi. One afternoon, as I'm watching Korean music segment in MTV, I saw BTS's music video, which at that time I didn't even know is their debut music video, No More Dream. I mentioned that I'm a multi, right? It plays a very important role because pretty much all of my opinions are very much rooted back from my multi fangirl point of view. That is the reason why I don't see anything special about their music that time, is because I prefer a different group, or I like, and my taste leans more onto different group, which is BAP. If you guys aren't even aware of that group, you can research their work. It's very reminiscent of 2013 BTS. My second offensive prejudice for them is their music is too poppy, artificial, and sort of manufactured. Another big mistake I've done that kind of lost my opportunity to stand them more earlier is me running away from the world of K-pop. It's nothing about the music, but I guess the reason for my escape is I just basically became much more interested in Western pop culture, so my interest for K-pop overshadowed by that. I have not tried to check on any groups that I used to stand for, I think, 2 to 3 years. And then one time I was watching YouTube as my daily typical trash routine. I've watched Lily Singh's skit that time with Will Smith, which is, the topic is, if I'm not mistaken, is about internet slangs. And Lily Singh have mentioned BTS and the army as like one of the strongest force on the internet.
Is one major thing that is offensive on the internet. A big NO. Never, ever insult the K-pop group BTS, okay? Or the fandom will drag you.
Fandom.
And I was like, BTS? How? Out of all groups, why BTS? How? How can that group still exist? Like, those type of things run in my head. I thought they already are disbanded. I know it's pretty gross. Well, me thinking about those things is because of the idea and, the associations when it comes to the whole Korean pop music genre itself, is that, the ascriptions that their music, or the artists aren't even real artists, like they're manufactured so that it leads to lower lifespan. That is sort of the things that I've realized, or the information that I've got when I step out of the world of K-pop. I get to know those things behind, like the behind the scenes and the training and the years it takes for them to be an idol, and the lifespan of being an idol. So that is just basically where I came from. And I've also believed that most of the groups won't even gonna exceed at least 5 years or 4 years. And basically after that years, they will already get disbanded. So that is where I came from. Because I know BTS back when I was like, when I was 7th grade, and then all of a sudden I was like, I think 17 years old that time. And then I was very shocked. Then I started to really get interested about them upon hearing on Lily Singh's video. And I didn't watch any of their videos. I literally jumped into the interviews, you know, and also reaction videos. I didn't go straight to reacting some of their music. And then through watching reaction videos, I get to know a bunch of their music. The reason why I jump into the reaction video is I'm very, very fascinated about how even the locals perceive them, how they think of them. So that curiosity really drives me more to get to know them. This is now my story on how I even kind of became a fan. The twist here is I didn't really jump into becoming a fan. Their music is kind of great, but it's not my cup of tea. I really still don't like their music that time. Even though I watch a lot of it, you know, it's very, very contradictory, and you know, I still regard it as some sort of poppy. And also my definition of poppy and manufactured is things that are very colorful, very bubblegummy, those type of things. I regard it as very manufactured. And also it is very like their image really that time. It was really, really vibrant, which is vibrant colors for me are very much associated to commercialized colors. So yeah, that's why I kind of regard of them as manufactured at time. Their personalities are cringy and sort of childish. Alright, this will sound really paradoxical or contradictory, but hear me out. I'm also trying to understand where all of this judgment are even coming from. It's weird for me to say that their personalities are cringy when on the other hand, I'm watching them like not less than 3 hours a day. Like literally, I think I remember there are days wherein, straight days like 1 week or 2 weeks wherein I'm watching them like 8 hours a day. This is the time wherein I don't have school, I don't have anything to do, so basically I would just waste a bunch of my time. But I was like just watching them for more than 5 hours a day straight every day for like a month, and naturally you would think of me as a fan already, but that time I still don't consider myself a fan because I don't know, I'm very, very in denial that time. And upon me watching a bunch of their contents, their V-lives, their run, them just showing themselves, their interview, I kind of cringe a lot, but I like it. Like, I really love it, but I can't help but cringe a lot. And also, I feel like they're too childish. I think most of where I coming from, or most of my perspective about this is really just rooted from cultural bias. Like, probably I don't see a lot of boys act like that, but that is my perception literally when I was 17. So I don't have that type of thinking anymore. They are too lazy to learn English. I know, I feel like this is the most offensive one. I mentioned that I know them ever since their debut, right? But I have only gotten a chance to hear them speaking in English when my curiosity about K-pop, particularly them doing well in the West, really skyrocketed. So my curiosity initially had led me to watch some of their most popular interviews in the West. First, I watched them receive an award and RM made a little speech, and I'm telling you, he is so freaking fluent and so charming. That's my initial reaction of him that time. And then I dig in deeper and watch more videos. This is the time that I fell into the train of YouTube algorithm, so watching a great deal of their interviews is pretty inescapable. However, despite of the fact that a huge portion of my time is being wasted on me just watching their content, especially those that are in the West, I still really don't count myself as a fan. I can't do it because I don't know, I just don't like jumping into bandwagon. But literally on the other hand, I am watching them like a crazy fan. So my in denial ass just literally gets in the way. That in denial has led me to watching more of their videos because my curiosity and amusement drives pretty much all of it. Along the journey of that in denial, one of the things that I think of them every time I get to watch their interviews in the West is that why can't they learn English? My mentality that time is that they have been touring so many cities and countries around the world, plus they even have a reality show called Bon Voyage, which obviously centered around them being tourists. Since I can't get some sort of a concrete reason that time, my brain just formulated its own answer, which is they might just probably are too lazy to learn English. And also you might wonder, why do I even care so much about them speaking in English, since it should never even be a problem about liking an artist. While I'm on the journey of getting to know them, they weren't the only group that I'm checking that time. I'm also checking on Blackpink. Legit, this is real. The key determinant on why I'm even just checking on them is just about my amusement that K-pop is becoming mainstream on the West. It really is just about that. Naturally, I check on those groups that are particularly doing well, so Blackpink and BTS are the groups in my list because obviously they're the most popular. The reason why I'm telling you this is it is very natural for a person to compare things, especially for a multi-fan. This is the reason why I don't work with multis. The reason is it's pretty inevitable to compare them, which can lead to negative comparisons. I question BTS's English fluency because almost all members of Blackpink are fluent. You know, I know it really is such a weird comparison, and it really is so dumb. I compare them so much to Blackpink that time, which is, I feel like I lean more also towards Blackpink. I tried to infiltrate the fandom of Blackpink. I tried to be a fan, but it just lasted a week, wherein I proclaimed myself like, okay, I'm now a Blink, but it just lasted a week. I remember it was after their Coachella performance that is where I became a fan. I kind of consider myself a fan because, you know, they're doing great, their music and everything. And then a week after that, I remember BTS just released their Boy With Love music video, and I was like, BTS basically break the record of Blackpink. I was crushed that time because I am pretty proud, you know, that Blackpink has most viewed music video that time in YouTube. And when BTS released their music video, I hate them because they basically break Blackpink's record. I continue watch different BTS content and listen to other music they have because I haven't, you know, yet listened that time to a lot of their music from back when it was 2015, 2016 music. I try to listen to those type of music to truly understand, to really truly understand why they have so much loyal fans, so loyal than any K-pop fans I have encountered that time. And when I listen, here's where I became a fan. I listened to their music. It is this song, Magic Shop, that really got me. Really got me. Because I remember not only when I have listened to that song, but also read the lyrics. It is when I read the lyrics that I became a fan. Because the lyrics of that song is really indescribable. You know, I can't really even describe it right now. It's actually like meeting God. You know what I mean? You can't describe it because it's just purely love. It's crazy. It's beyond words. And when I read the lyrics while listening to music, I was just crying my ass out. Like, I think I cried for like an hour after hearing that song. And so yeah, that is all my opinions and kind of like my preconceived notions to BTS back when I wasn't yet a fan. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'm very happy to be part of this fandom because being a BTS fan is probably one of the best decisions that I've ever done in my life, just like J-Hope said. So I really appreciate you staying up to this end of this video. So thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And yeah, see you on my next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa.